before we soak, we have to sort and rinse the beans. So here's an example, sorry, I need to get close here, of beans that I don't like with my good beans. Okay. 32 ounces of beans, you're gonna need 10 cups of water.
After you soak them overnight, you then need to drain that water off.
And rinse it.
And then you will rinse. You rinse until the water coming out off the beans is clear. Now you add water into the crock pot up to about 2 fingers from the top. Yes, we don't measure the number of cups, we just add water until we get to that point. So about 3/4 of an inch below the lip of the crock pot, because the beans will swell as they cook. Now you put in 2 bay leaves. After filling the crock pot with water, you put it on low and you cook them for about 7 hours, give or take. Now that the beans have cooked, you need to season them. To season them, you need to mince 3 cloves of garlic. That would be for the amount of beans that we did. In a saucepan, you begin to heat about 3 tablespoons of oil. It's about 1/8 of an inch on the bottom of this saucepan. Then you add the garlic to the oil. So now we take some cooked beans and put it into the saucepan with some juice. So we have the sauteed garlic with the oil mixed with about, 4 or 5 large spoons of beans. And now you mash up a little bit. After you have mixed this, you will pour it back into the crock pot and season the beans with salt. Another option is to have a very large pot, do the oil and the garlic, and then transfer all of those beans into the large pot to continue to cook. Start by seasoning for salt, add 1 tablespoon, stir the concoction, and then taste the broth. You may need to add a little more salt. Jacqueline feels that 1 tablespoon is about right. Now, for practicity, we are putting it back onto the crock pot so that the garlic concoction and the salt can cook into the beans. We have turned it on to high. If you were to season and cook in a pot on the stove, it would need to simmer for about 10 minutes. Here on the crock pot, we will do it about 15 minutes on low.
So thank you, Russ, for helping me. Here's the deal, because he got tired of me giving him instructions.
You either ask me to do something and leave me alone, or you do it yourself. But
Okay.
asking me to do something and then telling me every step of how I'm supposed to do it, I don't operate
You
that
don't
way.
know how to cook beans, so that's
And
how it works.
I don't
so
know how to
listen,
video.
Can I finish?
Or narrate.
Finish. So you could easily just stop right here
And
let
freeze.
it cool. Put it in Ziploc bags or whatever you have to put it in the stuff in the freezer, and freeze in separate bags. I do that a lot. And like Russell said, you cook it in a big pot, and you have a lot of beans to eat if you have a lot of people coming over. But this amount of beans here, we can have 4 meals, right? Yeah, 4 meals, like my family. So 5? Did you say 4 or 5? 4. Okay. Nikki, do you want to come say hello?
To who?
Just come with us.
Allie and David.
Let's say,
Hello, David and Ellie.
now let's say enjoy it.
Enjoy the beans, and I hope Julia likes my t-shirt. Brazil. Let's go, Brazil.
Brazil! Brazil!